whenever you're ready,
Oh man, it's always a blessing, brother. It's always a blessing. Lock in. Lock in. Good? Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone that bring that taught me this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to you brothers that's teaching this word of truth and sincerity, and the rest of the believers and followers of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings unto you too. Today I wanted to go into offend lest. I was meditating, the Spirit hit me hard this morning, man. Like a ton of bricks, bro. You know, thinking about considering the matter and counting the cost. You know, basically thinking about your transgressions and thinking about your sin. When you sin, you break in the laws of the Most High, and the penalty of sin is death. There's supposed to be consequences behind the sins that we commit every day. And there was a man who the word English called Jesus Christ, which his real name in the Hebrew tongue is Yahweh Shai, took those stripes, took those beatings, took those consequences that we're supposed to be paying for daily. He took those stripes. And you gotta consider that, man. And offend less. Be more conscious towards your daily actions. Be more conscious on how you treat a brother. Be more conscious how you treat yourself. Be more conscious of these things, man. Because Yahweh Shai went on the cross for your life. Yasha Allah. Alright? Israel. The 12 tribes, you so-called Negroes, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Indigenous Indians from North, Central, and South America. He paid for your sins, starting with the elect. Alright? So let's get this scripture. I got a couple. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Barak and the Apocrypha. Chapter 17, verse 25. It says, return unto the Lord. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. So you're supposed to turn away from your transgressions, man. You're supposed to turn away from that old man. That man that you used to be before you taste this sweet, precious fruit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Before you taste this immortality. Before you taste the kingdom of heaven. Before you bit into this fruit of life. This tree of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you're supposed to put away that old man. Alright? So it says, return unto the Lord. How you return unto the Lord? Start with beginning with fearing the Lord. Because the fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom, beginning of knowledge. And what is the fear of the Lord? Rehearsing the righteous acts, keeping the commandment. You gotta build your foundation. Alright? Starting with Yahweh Shai, our cornerstone, and the Lord's statutes and commandments. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Praying without cease. Fasting. Reading the scriptures. Searching the scriptures. So it says, and forsake thy sins. That old man, man. That old man. Some brothers was killing people before they came into the truth. You're supposed to stop killing people. Some brothers was stealing and robbing. You're supposed to stop stealing and robbing. Brothers was some brothers was extorting people. You gotta stop extorting people. You gotta put off all those things because you are a new creature in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So you gotta be conscious, man. Every time you commit a sin, that was a strike that Yahweh Shai had to take for you. Every time you commit a sin, every time you do something simple, every time you go off, Yahweh Shai getting hit in the head with a rock, being lashed on the back, getting food thrown at him, being punched in the face, going through all those things for your transgressions, man. So it says, for he will lead thee, make thy prayer before his face, calling upon the names of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and offend less. Turn again to the Most High. out of darkness, man. You are being led out of this corruptible body. You are being led out of the chains and shackles that the so-called white man has on us. You're being led out of that old mentality of, I'm just a nigga, I'm just a spick. You're being born into a kinglyhood. You're being born into a priesthood. You're being born into immortality. Born into power. Look at the 2/3 of our people, man. Look at our people, man. They're in darkness. They're in the sea of darkness, man. All they live for is killing each other and doing evil upon each other. You're being led from that into life, man. Cherish it. I'll say worship it, man. I don't want to use the wrong words, man. I'm Barak Gabar saying worship the truth. So it says, for he will lead thee out of darkness and into life of health. Because part of this truth is being born again, man. Not only in philosophy, but in eating, in the manner of life, whether that's food, water, exercise, psychology, and all the other ologies out there. We are being born again. We have a new perspective of life. And it's not what the world dictates what life is. So it says, and hate the abominations vehemently, because the men of the Lord are going to sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And now I'm going to wrap it up with this. This is, 1 second. First Peter's chapter 2. I'll wrap it up with this. First Peter chapter 2, verse 24. It says, who his own self bear our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. Every time you transgress, man, Yahweh Shai had to take a strike for you, man. So offend less. Be conscious of your daily actions, man. Be conscious, man. It says, who his own self bear our sins. That's talking to this day. To this day, he bear our sins, man. In his own body on a tree. All right? Yahweh Shai, who the Lord exalted and raised with his right hand, him have we killed. And he exalted to be a prince unto us, a redeemer unto us. I'm saying it for verbatim, Acts 5:31. He bared our daily sins on dying on the cross, man, shedding his blood. Because there's not enough sheep and goats and sacrificial animals to sacrifice for the nation of Israel's sins. For your daily sins. Our sins is as the sands of the sea. Just being in this corruptible body and the thoughts is fucking transgressing the ways of the Most High. Because this sin is contrary to the Spirit, which is contrary to the Most High. So just be thoughtful, man. I'm not saying we're going to be perfect, but you strive for perfection. I'm not saying you're going to be holier than thou, but you strive to be like Yahweh Shai. So it says, with all humility, of course, it says that we, being dead to our sins, because we are not suffering the penalty or the consequences of transgressing the laws. So it says, should live unto righteousness, by whom stripes you were healed. So we are healed through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Consider the course, count the matter, count the course. All right? And offend less.